Now, the reason it's easy to make a confusion between who you think you are and who you really are is because of awareness, right? There's two, let's say there's two, even though reality is non-dual, give me a little break here. There's two kinds of awareness. Kinds of awareness, again, I'm cheating a little bit, but we have to cheat a little bit to make it clear what awareness is. There's reflected awareness and pure awareness. Pure awareness is like the sun. You are like the sun. The sun generates light from within itself, doesn't it? It's a fire that generates light from within itself. The sun is not connected to another electric grid, and is shining because it's drawing its light from a bigger planet or solar system or galaxy somewhere else. It's burning within itself and generating light on its own. It's self-shining. You are self-shining. You are self-revealing. In other words, you are revealed to yourself in your own light. Just like in the light of a room, you don't need another light to see the light that's in the room. The light in the room illumines itself. You know the light by the virtue of the light. Just like you know yourself by virtue of yourself. You don't need what? Some other third light to shine on you. You don't need what? Trying to say I'm going to see myself, speaking as this person you think you are, is like taking a flashlight out and trying to look at the moon, at the sun. Say, what are you doing? Oh, I want to see the sun. He's got a flashlight in his hand. Oh, I'm trying to see the sun. Trying to see yourself as from this platform of a person is just like that. You can't do it. You're already bathed in your own light, and you're trying to see your own light by looking through a tiny little instrument. Well, that tiny little instrument's called your subtle body. Everybody's got a subtle body. See here, subtle body? That's between this line and this line. It's called the subtle body. And yourself is like the sun, it's awareness, it's light, and it's shining. And when it shines on the subtle body, it becomes pratibimba. It means a reflection. It reflects, or it bounces off the subtle body through the senses and illumines the world outside. This is how it works. You have to, don't believe it. Just look and see in your own experience. See if you can understand the way this is working in you right now. You can see things when the moon is shining. When the moon is shining, you can see things in the moon's light, can't you? On a full moon night, well, it's not as clear as the light of day, but it's fairly clear. You can get by, isn't it? But that light is what? Does that light belong to the moon? No. It's borrowed light. It's reflected light. It's bounced light. And what? Therefore what? The light is dimmed. It's dimmed down or dumbed down. So when awareness shines on you, this is who you think you are. This is that person, the one with all the experiences. The subtle body is called the experiencing entity. The jiva, or the ego, or the experiencing entity. That's called the subtle body. When the awareness bounces off you, the light's kind of dim. We're dim bulbs. Us people, us human beings are dim bulbs. And because, right, the light is not clear, not totally clear. If it's totally clear, you can't make any mistakes, can you? But when it's kind of like dim, and you're in the twilight zone, human beings are in the twilight zone. They can't make out what's actually going on in their lives, because the light's not clear. Isn't it? You're always curious about what's going on. Human beings have like a constant question mark on their forehead. Huh? I don't know why God just didn't stamp a big question mark right here. Huh? Because they always want to know what's going on, what's happening, who am I? There's always a doubt, a question in the human mind. You know, remember I've told this a couple times. I'll tell it again for you new people. The snake and the rope story. The snake and the rope story is that what? This guy is a weary traveler. He's walking along. He's been walking all day. It's twilight. The sun's going down. Night's coming on. He's thirsty. He goes to a well in the middle of a village, and he sees a well, and he goes down to grab for the bucket, and there's a big cobra right beside the bucket. And he's just like, he's terrified. He just stops. He's frozen. And he can't go for the bucket because the cobra goes, and he can't move away because any motion will cause the cobra to strike him, and he's like frozen in fear. And just then a little old man comes along and says, "Hey, what's up?" And he says, "Oh, get a stick, kill that cobra, hurry, quick, so scared." And the man looks and he says, "Oh, Swami," he says, "yeah, that's no cobra, that's the well rope. It's coiled like that, and it's coming up over the edge of the bucket. It looks like a cobra, and it's a little dark here. You're making a mistake. You're taking something to be something it isn't." So when you look at life through your subtle body, you're in a state of confusion. You're in the twilight zone, and you lack discrimination. And you take things to be other than what they are. This is why we're always disappointed. This is why This is why life is not working. Because we keep thinking that what we're into is really going to do the job for us and deliver the happiness, and when it doesn't, we're so disappointed. This life is full of whiners and complainers. I've never seen so many. Everywhere you go, everybody's whining and complaining. How are you today? So-so. Why? Because it's not going your way. Why? Because you made a mistake. Because you chose the wrong thing, and now you're getting the results of your action, and those results are not results you wanted. That's why. And it was for lack of what? Clear seeing. It's for lack of what? The light. So, reflected awareness is not awareness. It's inert. Once it bounces off an object, it's no longer conscious. It just appears to be conscious. And because the subtle body is bathed in the light of you, of pure awareness, you seem to be alive. You think you're alive, but you're not alive. This person that you think you are, you're pretending that you're alive, but you're not actually alive. You're dead as anything. You're just like a mirror. And light is bouncing off of you, and you're taking yourself to be real. You're really a cartoon character in God's dream, right? Like projected on a screen of awareness, and you're talking and acting like you're real, but you're not real at all. But you're totally fooled because why? The light's shining on you and you think you're the light. You think you're alive. You think you're aware. You say, I'm conscious and aware, speaking as this, and you're not. Everything in this creation is inert. Inert, insentient. It doesn't have intelligence. It's awareness, but awareness as matter. Subtle matter and gross matter. And it doesn't know anything. Yeah, Tim.
So you mean it has only the capacity to appear? It doesn't have the capacity to know?
That's right. Okay. It doesn't reveal itself. It only appears. It appears in you. All your thoughts and feelings, the objects appear in you, meaning what? In awareness, right? But those objects, all your thoughts and your feelings and your actions and all the objects outside, what? They don't know you, do they?
No.
No, they do not know you. You know them. Therefore what? They are not me. Think about it. They are not me. Why are they not me? Because I can't be what I see. Okay? My hand is me, isn't it? But I am not my hand, am I? If you take away my hand, do I cease to exist? No. So any object is not the subject. It's the subject appearing as an object. It is not the subject. The subject is always separate from the object. This we have to know if you're going to what? Separate awareness from reflected awareness. Separate your true self from your false self. Not that there are two selves. There's only one self. If one self appearing to be limited, appearing to be a person because ignorance is operating. Ignorance we call Maya. This is such a subtle thing that's going on in you that it's completely easy to be fooled. So don't feel bad. Everybody's fooled here.